Right, Gaffer, so your thoughts on that one then?
I'm disappointed. Probably up there with the most disappointed I've been this season. They were a great turnout for the gate today, and the lads just didn't show a good representation of themselves. Myself included. Like I said to them, I was speaking to them after the game there as the manager, but I'm also there on the pitch with them. Just felt flat. We just didn't get going. And I feel all they did better than us today were the basics. They headed things, they kicked things, and they put decent delivery into the box from set plays.
Yeah.
That's it. Fair play to them. They executed that well. But from back to front today, we just didn't give a good account of ourselves. Like I say, we were not the threat that we have been going forward. We weren't sort of stepping onto things, dictating things in midfield, winning second balls. Defensively, like I say, just not as strong as what we have been. Like I say, right through the team, there's not one player I think that's sat in the changing room can sit there and feel like they've given a good performance. So that's the thing that's disappointing for me, because from where we have been over the last
we've had very high standards, haven't we, lately? So
exactly, we are setting them high standards now, which is a good thing. So it's
Yeah.
good. It's good to be disappointed when we're, like I say, a 3-2 defeat.
I think because we were never out of it, really, were we? I mean, it was that 5 minutes of madness just before half time. Because that aside,
Yeah, exactly. And Dee's been ever so good for us. He's been absolutely top draw, but just silly getting himself sin binned. It leaves us like 10 men with trying to chase a goal. It's a difficult one. But like I say, we go again. We've got bits to work on. We've got reminders. The disappointing thing, the other disappointing thing for me as well, is that we didn't see any of the patterns of play that we worked on. We didn't see the shape that we'd been worked on. Everything that's been good about us recently, it just weren't there today. So it's a disappointing one. We want to finish the year strong, and we've not managed to do that today. And I felt if we had have turned up in any capacity today, then the result would have been different.
yeah, I think we'd have got something, wouldn't we? Because we weren't a million miles away from a result, even if the perhaps performance wasn't what we wanted.
No, and I think the difference will
Hit
be
the post
that
twice.
when we hit the bar, we hit the post. So like I say, we could have come in here with a draw. We could have possibly snuck a win, but the thing would have been with that, it would have felt unfair. I think the result was fair today, and I can't have any arguments with that. Like I say, it's the performance more than anything. Yeah, of course, it's the results that matter. Like I say, I think if we'd have turned up, we'd have had at least a point, if not 3.
Yeah. Well, we've got a decent old challenge. First game of next year. League leaders, Liversidge. If you can't get yourself up for that one, then there's no hope, is there?
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's a big game. Like I say, we should have been going into that game full of confidence. But now we've got to use this as motivation to get back on track. Like I say, we need to get back out on the training ground before then. So we've got a little bit of time, fortunately. So like I say, but it's just reminders. It's just getting back to where we've been. The last few weeks have not allowed us to do that much shape. But like I say, I think that's what we need to get back to, and just remind the lads of why we're playing so good. I think, like I say, I don't for 1 minute think the lads are this type of person, but it felt today like we just thought we were going to turn up and the result would come. I don't think that is the case, because I know we've got a good change room, and I know we've got a good set of lads, but that was the kind of whole feel around it. There were no urgency, it was quiet, it was dead, it was flat. So like I say, it's disappointing. And
we'll look for that response next time out, won't we? And a final word, that was our biggest gate in 17 years. So please, folks, come back and see us again.
Yeah, exactly. We'll give a better representation next time.
Absolutely. Cheers, Gaffer. Thanks very much.